Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Harsh Jain.
Jain, sir.
How are you?
Fine, sir.
Fine, sir. Okay, that's great. Wonderful. So, Harsh, I call you regarding this thing to ask you about some of the basic questions regarding your PSB experience, right?
Okay.
What you have gone through, like how was it? Because it was your first time, right?
Yeah, first time.
Yes, yes. So I want to know, so we can help other people to know that how you cleared that. What are the steps you've gone through? What
Yes,
the
sir.
courses you've gone through, and what was the motivation level is like first member in the family who are trying for that service, or and then further we'll proceed to OIR and other PPT session, how you have gone through that, and try to speak a bit
Yes,
louder
sir.
so I can have a good recording. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And Harsh, please do let us know a little bit about yourself, like your name, the place you belong, what you're currently doing, and then we'll proceed with the OIR.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yes, please, please.
Okay, so my name is Harsh Sharma. I basically belong from NOIDA only, Uttar Pradesh, and I recently passed out from my engineering, which I did it from NOIDA only, Deep Institute of Information Technology. And I was a fresher. It was my first attempt in Coast Guard PhD, and I cleared the PhD, and now I am recommended for the FSB.
Okay, that's great, Harsh. And when you had this PSP on what date?
My PhD was on 18th of August. The reporting time was 10 a.m.
10 a.m. in the morning, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was the situation when you reached the center? Like how many people, like what dress code they were having, even the formal or like in casual dress?
Sir, when I reached there, approximately around 90 to 100 students were there.
90 to 100, 10 a.m.,
Yeah,
right?
approximately, yeah, 10 a.m. And most of them were wearing formals.
Okay, most of them were in the formal. Okay, how
Yes,
many
sir.
people were in the tie? Have you seen people in the tie or something like that?
What, sir?
How many people were in the tie? Tie formal.
Sir, that I don't remember actually, but we can say that it would be 1/4 of them.
Okay, 1/4. Well, approximately some people were having that tie, right?
Yeah, some of them were.
Okay. That's great. And so tell me now, Harsh, how you gone through that documentation on all, like they any problem come up for your documentation especially? Have you faced any problem over there?
No, sir. I didn't face any problem. I was well prepared with my documents. But I would like to say that since 90 to 100 reported there,
Right.
in OIR only 60 to 70 could make it through. Like the rest of them were document out.
Okay, out of 130 people documented out approximately, right?
Yeah, we can say 20 to 30.
Okay, so what do you want to say, that you should be come prepared with the document, like you should not compromise on any kind of thing. Well prepared means if you know the recruitment is came, from that time you have to start preparing, your documents, right?
Yeah, I have seen that many candidates were like very casual about the documents. They were saying that I have missed that and I have missed that, but let's see if they allow us or not. But they were not, I would say, much confident about their, I would say, admission to the OIR test as well. So I would say students must come prepared with all those things.
Exactly. That is one of the main core thing, right? You should keep on preparing about all those things right from beginning. To know when
Definitely.
the recruitment came for this exam, from that day they
Yes,
have to
sir.
start. I think, do you think it will affect their confidence level for applying for PSB if they don't have any
Well,
particular
surely,
document?
surely, sir, when you are coming for such an exam which needs discipline on the first front, like you
Right.
should be ready with all your documents, as well as then you will be getting a confidence to appear for your examination further.
Right. That is one of the very important thing one should ready
Yes,
with.
sir.
So, can you just tell one by one what was your experience regarding set 1, set 2, set 3? What are the question you faced over there? And the level of
Okay.
the question you have faced, please can you start? We can start with the last set 1.
So set one, I would say, was the mostly revolving around blood and relation questions,
Okay.
and most surprisingly, there was no serious question at all.
No serious question this time.
No serious question this time.
Not even a single.
Not even a single one.
Okay. Cool.
Like in the example part, when they were showing the slides, yeah, they have shown some series questions, but at the time of real test, only I would say 8 out of the 10 questions were of blood relations. 2 of them were, I would say, figure analogy.
Okay, like the completion of figures, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And that was all set 1.
And what was the level of the questions of the blood relations?
Sir, it was easy to moderate.
Easy to moderate. So have you prepared from which sources you prepared this thing?
Sir, my aptitude on this part, like blood relation series, I have a firm grip, so like I didn't prepare it dedicatedly, but I have solved some of the questions from your videos, and that was more than enough for me.
Okay, that's all. 2 videos. That was enough for you.
Yeah, sir. Like it was more of a kind of a practice for me, like pointing out some figures and that, so that it could give me a proper revision of what questions would be there in set 1, and that thing I just made it through with that.
And the set 1 question which uploaded on our YouTube channel, like, do you find similarity, like the level of the, like the level which they ask in the exam, quite similar to that?
Yes, sir. I would say level was actually the same.
Okay.
For some of the questions, like I found it, but I was able to do it, hence I called it an easy to moderate one.
Okay. So that question is helping people for that. I think I need to make more tough questions next time, I suppose, for blood relation, right?
Sir, yes, you can say it.
Okay. What about set 2? How was it? What question came in the set 2? Like, what was that?
So set 2 was of English, I would say synonyms and some error correction in the sentences.
Okay.
The questions were on that thing, and yeah, it was most probably expected questions on that thing.
Okay, I think this set is a very basic set, right? Being a graduate,
Yes, sir.
everyone should have basic knowledge on that, right? There is not required any specialized practice or something, right?
Yes, sir. Basic knowledge would be sufficient.
Okay. So, any question you remember from set 2? Any one question?
Sir, error correction was like very easy, I would say. Not as per, I didn't remember the exact sentence which they put up on the screen, or like
okay, don't
I couldn't remember it right now.
Okay, fine. No issues. And what was the situation? Have you seen people when they were solving blood relation question and for set 1, set 2, second around you, they were copying or staying like that something?
No, sir. I would say students will not find that much time to copy, or they didn't find that time. They were busy on their own sheet answers. So yeah, they were not copying. Yeah, but all of them were doing the questions.
And the time which came on the blood relation and the part second, that's like consistent time was there in between, or sometimes you feel like they're increasing, like earlier it was 40 seconds, now it's 40 seconds, now 60 seconds, like that. Or you found it consistent, anything, if you remember?
I think it was consistent, around 50 to 60 seconds were given.
Okay, approx 50 to 60 seconds was constant, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And how was it set 3?
So, set 3, if I remember, was of mirror rotation, I would say.
Okay, mirror image and mirror rotation and mirror image, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how was it? How you find that one? You have on 18, right? I already uploaded videos for this thing.
Yes, sir.
So did it help?
Yes, sir. It helped me very much, and I was able to like solve most of them. I would say only one question I was having some doubt. Otherwise, all the questions I did it perfectly.
Like before time, or 20 seconds, I think in 10 seconds.
Yes, sir.
For that.
Before time, sir, I was able to do that.
Okay. So how you practice from our set, like on the YouTube which I uploaded?
Yes, sir. I practiced from your video. It's just that as you have put it all the videos, I used to practice evaluate on the OMR sheet. And as soon as the figure came, I used to see what all tricks you have experienced, like what should we do at such kind of questions and how should we rotate it, or what kind of questions should be coming. So like that I have practiced it, and accordingly I have done it in the examination as well.
Okay, the same thing I explained to you in our Google Meet session, right?
Yes, sir. Your session was very much helpful in that.
That was right. Okay. No, all of the 3 people made it. No, I think that was very fruitful session. But I took so long, right? 4 hours.
No, sir. I would say it was all fruitful session.
No, you guys made it. That is a answer to that. It was not wasted.
Yes, sir.
So you all people utilized it very nicely. So that is a thing. That's the result will reflect, no, how much you practice also.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So mirror image and rotation, like have you find somewhere else these questions on internet or somewhere, on any website or any channel?
Sir, I was looking them on Google, but I couldn't find that.
So that is the
To be very honest.
first thing available on the internet. Like even I thought of
Yes, sir.
doing that because nothing is available like that on, especially mirror image rotation.
On the internet, it was nothing available like that. Your source was the only source which I can get through all these questions.
Okay, so I practiced a lot, right? When you started practicing for this OIR?
Sir, OIR, I would say starting of August.
Okay, from one or you can, okay, from one we get to know you. When you joined our group, Telegram one?
Sir, around that time only.
Oh.
I would say 2 or 3 days after that only.
Okay, 3, 4. It's a good time, I think. That's a good time to prepare. Like you get a very ample amount of time in for the preparation, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. And what about set 4, Harsh?
So set 4 was about word formation.
Word formation or remember one?
Sir, I think the remember one came afterward that.
Okay, you know
what I would say here and there.
In different centers have a different thing. Sometimes 4 will ask in 3, 3 will ask in 4. So we can't say
yes,
that.
Sir.
So we have to remember those kind of question is going to come. For you, it was a word formation. How you tackle the word formation? Because some people find it very tough and difficult. Because, you don't know word. People, most of the people, if you go out of 100 people, 80 people sit quietly. Simply they will mark by tukka, you say, no?
Yes, sir.
Approximation.
Like at that given time, in 60 seconds, it is very difficult to find exact answer of such questions.
Right.
And I would say in that case, your session helped me. And it was the only source which I can get through those answers.
Because I don't think so. Because if you know the questions already, then only you are able to solve it. And that is also no guarantee because they will ask sometimes 4, 5, 6 letter word, right?
Yes, sir. They were asking that.
So do you remember any of the question? You can let our user know about that. Any one question?
Sir, harrow.
Harrow, okay. What was the one?
Remainder.
5 letter, huh?
Yes, sir.
Only
5 letter word.
One word would be there, no answer?
Yes, sir. For harrow, the answer would be 1.
Okay, so I think utilize the full time and I think you made all the correct, right? Because of the session we already have the questions.
Yes, sir. That was the case. And sir, I also want to pinpoint one thing here.
Sure.
I'm not sure, but if I remember correctly, that there were some words which were very familiar, which were talked in the session and everything,
okay.
Which I came to know. But I found that the pattern they have changed in that question. For example, instead of asking 4 letters, they are asking 5 letters in that, or either they have changed including other letters for making the words.
Okay, like sometimes in Harrow they were asking including A, then later they asked including A.
Yes. I think they are playing this trick.
Yeah, so that's why already I warned you regarding that, and we need to be. But I told you only for 4, 5, 6, not the word they can ask, right?
Yeah, sir.
So because all sets are different, so you can't take any risk like that. I made you guys to remember all those things.
Yeah.
So what was set 5?
So set 5 was I think remembering one.
Okay, how you have performed that remembering one, and what was the situation of people nearby? Have you observed something like people were in tension or in pressure, something like that?
Sir, first of all, answering about my situation, I was at ease for that section, and I was able to do all of the questions.
Correctly.
Yes, sir. As far as I remember, it was correct.
That's great, yeah, wonderful. Because people will miss that most of the time.
Yes, sir. And talking about others, when I was having, I would say, having a look about what others are doing. Like when the questions were coming on the board, they were actually letting their eyes on the OMR to fill the boxes. And then I was looking at the question, and then I was filling the OMR. They were looking at the question as soon as the other questions went up on the screen. So they were like in complete hurry.
Total 10 questions were there, no?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So that is one of the advantage you got after practice. I uploaded how many? 20 videos, I suppose. Yes, 20 videos.
Yeah, sir. Around 20 videos were there of set 4 and around 22 of set 7.
How many videos of practice from there? How many times?
Sir, I practiced all of them and all like set 4 and set 7 twice. All of them.
Okay, twice time. Oh, okay, that is the thing because the level which I uploaded over there is more, tough than the which came in exam.
Yeah, we can say that it was a more on an extreme side, and we were comfortably able to do that in the examination, of course.
Exactly. That was the main, objective of mine to make you guys put you through those kind of problem. You guys did really well,
Yes, sir.
actually. And what about set 6?
The set 6 was, I would say, was odd one out.
Okay.
And that dog one question, I think that has been.
Any
And
question you remember
one,
from odd one out?
yeah, sir, that I would say dog one.
Okay, dog, cheetah, tiger, and all right.
Yeah.
What is the
As far
answer?
as I remember, that question was also there, and the answer was dog, of course.
Okay, dog was the answer.
And then oil adhesive, that one also.
Okay, oil, adhesive. Okay, that is one
Yes,
of the
sir.
you remember, right? That's great, wonderful. I think you did well in this section also, right?
Yes, sir, I did well in this section.
Now tell the god of Coast Guard this set.
Sir, set 7, I would say, I was able to score 20 to 20 in that.
20 out of 20.
Yes, sir, I didn't miss even a single one, and I was like prepared 1-2 seconds before the other question came.
Okay, that is great, yeah. Because so you getting some time in between once you are circling those oval, Marshi?
Means like after reading the question?
Yeah, after reading question sometimes like you done with your circle, right?
Yes, sir.
Still you getting some time, like people it will rush, no, in some of the cases.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I was comfortably getting 1-2 seconds in hand before the other question came onto the screen.
So that give you the advantage on that, the series which are
Yes,
possible.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you subscribe the channel or not?
Yes, sir. Definitely, I subscribe that.
That's what I'm asking. And
sir, most importantly, in that section, like the first 2-3 questions, sir, I would say they have given ample amount of time, around 5 to 7 seconds. But
okay.
after that, speed increased. I think they manually did it, and the people were there like very like hurriedly taking that thing, and now everything is getting rushed, and they were not being able to even complete the paper.
Okay, so that was very tough for them to clear that, right?
Yeah, because the speed was changed manually. So how they thought that every question would come at the same pace, but it was not so.
Okay. So that was one of the thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, that's what I was like thinking, right? Because that requires a practice here. Without practice, tough. And the
Yes,
speed
sir.
which I gave, it is like it's good speed. If you're able to solve on that particular speed, you can do that. But the people were in panic state at this particular time, right? When you were writing this 7.
Yeah, definitely. In set 7 and set 5.
Set 7 and okay. That was the case. So how you find it set 7 is easy, right? For you?
Yeah, sir. That's why I was able to score that score.
Okay. That's great. And what about the overall experience you have had this thing for OIR?
Like, I was a fresher, but still it looked for me like I was doing a regular examination, which I am very much prepared for.
Okay, that
was my case.
Okay. That's excellent. And okay, so how many people made it to that?
20 students made.
Okay, out of 70, we can say that 20 people made it.
Yes, sir.
20 out of 50 people. Sorry, 50 people were screened, or like they asked them to leave.
Yes, sir. Approximately there were 60 to 70 who were attempting the OIR. Okay. And after that, confirmed 20 students cleared the OIR.
Okay, when your name called, like on what number?
Around 6 or 7.
6 or 7. Do you know anybody who called after your name, whose name starts with a letter which is above your name, like above your letter, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, something?
Sir, I don't remember, but I would say it was in alphabetical order.
Okay, it was in alphabetical order.
Because my name is starting from H, and I was at somewhat middle order only.
Okay.
7, 6, 7, 8 position.
So you was confident before the result that you were going to make it?
Yeah, sir, 95% I was sure. that 5% is uncertain with this examination, so we should take that also.
Yes. And have you spoke to anybody there, or like keep quiet simply only on your own?
Yeah, like normal conversation we can say. Like if I'm asking about something, or when they will declare about the results or about something like that. But anyhow, I was just being myself. That what we have to do in that situation.
Yes, then I told you something regarding that. Keep on practicing, keep on revising on normal speed when you are at the center or somewhere. Have you did?
Yes, sir. I did that.
Okay, that helped you, right?
Yeah, before the OIR, what the other people, they were just in the waiting room, they were chit-chatting, and I was on my phone, and I was just looking onto the videos, and just on the normal speed. And even in the home also, in my home also, I practiced all of the videos on the normal speed only. I didn't reduce it.
Okay, that would be that, because once we go to the center, we'll be like lethargic or tired, and we don't see the things which are, we have to like quite get familiar with those things, like blood relations or maybe series.
Yes, sir.
So that will help. I think that will also will give you a little bit advantage over here there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, Harsh, now tell us something about PPT. Like what picture they are, because see, everyone knows what is the second time they give you, right? 30 seconds to observe the picture, and
Yes,
they'll give you 1 minute to write down the details, and 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes to write down the story.
4 minutes.
Okay, so what was the picture in your session?
The picture was a man, I would say a man or a young boy, is around 25, standing under a tree, and in front of him, 6 children were sitting.
How many? 6 members?
6. I could perceive 6.
Okay.
Some perceived n numbers, so I couldn't say.
Okay.
So that was the picture, and it was very easy. All of the guys made stories revolving around some teaching only. So that was
teaching related, eh?
Yes, sir, teaching.
Can you speak a little loudly, because I hello?
Of course, sir.
Yes.
Of course, sir.
Like with power, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So, Harsh, okay, so
yes,
how many people were there in the group? Like 20 people, or like 12, something like 10 they did, or like how they divide the group?
Sir, 12 got selected after the OIR, and they were divided into 2 groups, 10 each.
No, see, total 20 people were there, no? You told, na? 20 made it.
Sir.
So, what is the strength of your group when you went for the PPT discussion?
Sir, 10.
Okay, there was a 10, right? 10, well, 10 in this group, 10 in another group, right?
Yes, sir. They were divided in half.
And total, how many made it from your group?
Like from my group, it was 5.
Okay, out of 10, 5 people made it.
Yes, sir.
You are one of them. And but what about other group?
Other group 4.
So total 9 people made it from out of 70.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is also
yes, sir.
Okay, that's a less ratio. 9 people.
9.
Do you know anybody before in that group? Like already you know anybody?
No, sir. All were strangers to me.
Okay, all were strangers to you. Okay, that is a great thing actually. You clear that. And what was the story you made over there? If you feel comfortable, you can let us know.
Yes, sir. I made my story revolving around that our main character is some name, and he's a humanities student in Delhi University, and he looked upon that in his local area some underprivileged students are not getting, I would say, education, and they are also indulging in I would say bad habits, something like that, and not paying attention to what about their future, and nobody's paying attention to that as also. So having a kind heart and I would say caring about the future generation of this country, so he has given a thought of spending at least 1 hour quality time after his college each day to them for their work, constructive work. He also provided some basic education. He also formed a basic, I would say, a small group along with his friends of his local area, so that he could collect some information about the local underprivileged children who are not that much privileged or poor students, and he helped them in their education, provided some moral values, life values about their future, and guided them, and he was able to make a transformation in their life.
Okay, so that was the case.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was good story actually made it. And so are you able to complete your story that time when you wrote it that time?
Sir, I would say I was able to make a introduction or a main body as well as the conclusion.
Okay.
But I would say I could have added more action part to my story, but the time was short for me. I couldn't do that. But I was able to complete the whole structure, I would say.
Okay, like that scene. Okay, how discussion went over there, like fish market or like a pool piece? How was it?
Yeah, sir, kind of a fish market.
Okay.
But I was able to handle that.
Okay, so anything I told you about body language, have you observed or anything you come up with that, or maybe it helped you to tackle somebody in the group, if you remember?
Yeah, sir. Yes, sir. It helped me. And how to, I would say, interrupt anyone or how to come into the discussion, everything I followed, and that's why I was able to make it.
Can you discuss any of the scene which you like counter of any your opponent?
Like there was one guy who was literally shouting in the whole group. He was, his, I would say, pitch was so high, or like he was literally shouting and not letting any other speak. So like before I speak, I first of all I like made him understand that like let others speak also. Like you are shouting, it's okay, but let other people also speak, because none of them could be heard just because of him. So very frankly, I said that, and he also accepted that. And then I said, let him speak. And then we started with our discussion.
Okay, you counter him in that way.
Yeah, because at the time discussion was not like a discussion. He was just all alone speaking all those things.
So
for approximately, I would say 30 seconds.
30 seconds. So they divide the group in two parts, like no?
No, sir. It didn't happen.
Okay, so it was. I don't think so. It will be like that kind of fish market.
Yeah, that kind of fish market it was not, but overall it was a good discussion.
Okay. So once you entered in the room and once you come out from the room, like have you observed the people? They were in the confidence.
Yes, sir. Some of them were in confidence and some of them were not. Some of them, I would say, spoke very good actually, and some of them not even uttered a word in the discussion.
Okay. Anyone's point you find look like a little absurd or not, to the point? Some different thing is there. Is talking like that.
Yeah, like one person was like narrated the whole story in Hindi.
Okay, you know the whole story in Hindi.
Yes, sir. One person did that.
So what about him? Did he able to clear that or not?
No, sir. He was not been able to narrate.
But the way he narrated, it was totally influent, or like what fluency was there or not?
No, sir. He could have done that. I would say more good.
Okay. And discussion like was in Hindi or English?
No, he was not been able to participate in that discussion. He was just keeping quiet.
Okay, the barrier was his language, communication skill, right?
Yes, sir.
And if you see recently uploaded one video to ask them to, kind of weakness. Have you gone through that video, no?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay, not yet, right? In that video, I told very clearly to people, right? If you know, see, in SSB recommendation, you don't know that. Like maybe you're preparing, maybe the people who are repeated, they know that. Sometimes they're not able to figure it out that what they are lacking, right?
Yes,
so they can't work on that. If you know something, you're lacking this place, you can work on that. If you know that your English is not good, or maybe your Hindi is not good, any language you are lacking some, you know this thing, then you can work on that. Now, why are you looking for excuses, right? People say that, can we speak in Hindi? Can we speak in English? Can we do like this, do that? That people trying to get, they try to take the excuses or try to give excuses and take the excuse all the time.
And sir, I also want to say one thing. Even the assessor at the beginning of this discussion, or I would say the PPT session, he stated that if anyone wants to narrate the story in their mother tongue, they can do so. They have openly said that.
I think the thing they are checking confidence. I'm not sure about it.
Yes, sir.
Your confidence is also key, right?
They were all just checking about what confidence you have and how do you narrate your story. Basically, whatever language they have, maybe it Hindi or English or any other, just be confident in that and be fluent. Like if you're telling something in some language, you should be fluent in that language. Otherwise, you will be able to communicate, right?
Yes.
Then only they will give you the numbers.
Yeah, that is a fact. It should be there. Because, in Coast Guard, you have to, travel to other places, other countries also. At that time, English plays a very vital role.
I was not aware of that thing.
In many cases, sometimes you have to do, because you're at a coastline, right? Sometimes they have to go to do some course in different countries.
Yeah.
Right. Soon I'm going to bring one of my friend who is in Coast Guard right now. Right?
Okay.
So that guy will, guide everybody how these people are usually. He did some courses out of India, some XYZ country. I don't remember that. Right.
Okay.
And so okay. So once you come out of the room, and I think you you was confident about PPT that you're going to make it. Earlier it was 95% confident.
No, sir. At this time, I was I would say 100% sure that I would be making it to the final list.
Okay, you was 100% sure you're going to make it after PPT also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that is great. Yeah, wonderful. You're confident in both the cases. I think you worked on that usually. You're preparing for UPSC, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's the knowledge which I think that's boosting your confidence, because
Yes, sir.
you should have something in your mind and definitely going to perform well, because in Coast Guard, the knowledge plays a very vital role.
Yes, sir.
If your knowledge GD1, GD2, they're able to speak it, speak up things very well. And
Yeah, at the time in FSB, knowledge is everything.
yes, knowledge is everything nowadays, because that is only the which everything made on the stories also you can make on that, everything right from beginning.
Yes, sir.
And how was your okay? So have you been to SSB before? First time, right?
Yes, sir. No, I was a fresher.
Oh.
It was my first time.
Okay, that was your first time, right? You don't know about SSB also, right? So how was your overall experience? Like first time, do you have anyone in your family in defense?
No, sir.
Okay, the first time. What inspires you to join the defense service? Like what make you think like that?
Sir, most importantly, discipline and
Okay.
the way of life they
Okay.
provide. Even the personally as well as on a professional front, they provide you a very wonderful life and you can satisfy yourself with that thing.
Okay. Like that you see it, right? Okay, that's great. That's wonderful, yeah. And what is your overall thing like experience? Like it was the first time you have been there, and that was great, or like how you feel about that? The OIR plus PPDT and the discussion with your friends. Have you taken the number of your friends, the people who cleared that?
So they have, I would say, taken mine.
Okay.
But not yet we have contacted each other.
Okay, you have not contacted each other right now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So anybody knows about the channel, our channel?
Sir,
Have you
I
interacted?
don't remember because at that time as soon as our result got announced, they took us for the documentation work and there we got for our documentation and then we left the building.
And yes, one more thing. Like how much time they gave you after PPT story writing? They gave you some 5 minutes or 30-40 minutes? How much time they gave you for the discussion in between?
Like after the narration or after writing the story?
After writing a story, how much time they gave you in between? Or immediately after 10-20 minutes, they ask you to stand in the line and they ask you to come inside for the discussion?
Yeah, so approximately I would say 10 to 15 minutes over there.
Okay, so at that time, what were you like? You repeating your story in your mind? Practicing it?
Yeah, like I was making points like what all need to I should be narrating and how we'll be starting with this. So yeah, I was doing that thing.
Okay. And the last question I would like to ask you, Harsh, what do you say? What thing you want to say to people who are appearing in future, maybe in coming session or coming time? What guidance? What thing you want to tell them, or what thing they should not do? What things should they do to prepare for the next time if they fail this time, or maybe the people who are going to appear next session in next year, or I would say next drive? What is your message for them?
Okay, so like I just want to say that if any one of you are like if you'll be appearing for the first time or if you have failed this attempt, don't worry at all. Just follow this channel and just let whatever guidance you will receive from this platform, like that will be more than enough. Just practice it, like just bit of hard work and your dedication would be everything to solve your queries and definitely you'll be making it in your attempt. Whether it will be the first one or it will be the next one, just follow this platform guidance and surely they will be clearing it.
Okay, that's good. Thank you so much, Harsh. And
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much for your time, right? Because from your busy schedule as you're preparing for UPSC.
No issues, sir.
So it's very tough to take out time in between, right? I know that it's tough because one of my friend, I'll connect you with Shrikant.
Okay.
He I think on 8th of August went for the UPSC interview.
Okay.
I think his hopes so he will clear that for IPS position.
No, sir. Hope for the best.
Yes. So I think he also cleared this PSB. So he'll be meeting you guys for FSB directly over there. Coming time.
Okay, so in this time only he cleared?
This time he cleared from Chennai. He was in a PPT session. When you guys joined it, he was with me on 8th or 7th. He did one PPT session with us. 3-4 session actually.
Okay.
Today only I spoke to him for the interview. So he was like, okay, I'll give you. So I'll upload one interview of him on this two interview for UPSC and for this PSB. For both I'll upload that.
Okay, sir.
So it will be really helpful for you, I suppose, in future also. Because you are on the same path, right? So you have to surround yourself with the people who are on the same mission, right? So,
definitely, correct.
So that's how the individuals grow. Instead of hanging around with some donkeys, You should hang around with the lawyers of the same mindset or same mentality. Then only you will grow in a same right direction, right? Make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Harsh. So that's the last time I just want to say thanks. Thank you so much for your valuable time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Harsh. Okay, Harsh.